Hey, make sure you go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Caneville 305, Footballville Nation. Follow us everywhere, man. Appreciate it. We even on LinkedIn. Do you even have LinkedIn? All right, let's get into, let's talk about the class. Let's talk about the class. Somebody brought up a good question. Can one class change the culture, the momentum of a team? We know one good class can start the avalanche of other good players want to come play with those players that committed before them, because a lot of times the kids behind the kids look up to the kids. You know what I'm trying to say. But can one class change the culture, like change everything at a program? What you think?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. You get certain classes who have certain players that could come in, and then everything starts from right there. You build from that class, and then everything carries on. Obviously, you have older players on the team that buy in, but then you get them players who come in and immediately say, "Man, look, we finna do this way. This is how it's gonna be." Go back to 2009, Nick Saban. When he gets there, he goes and gets Julio Jones, and
Right.
You see Alabama's a powerhouse from there on. You go back to 2006, the Gators. They go get Tim Tebow, and everything goes from there.
Tim Tebow and Percy Harvin.
You know what I'm saying? You go back to FSU. When Jimbo gets there, once they give the helm to Jimbo starts recruiting, and next you know, Florida State has a 1, 2, 3 recruiting class every year. Goes to the national championship, win. You know, lightning strikes. So obviously, yeah, it can happen.
I think it takes multiple classes. I think one gets the finger pointed at them, but I think it begins with a class, but I think it takes multiple classes for the culture actually to begin to change.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get a good class 1 year, chances are 90% of the time you're going to get a good class to follow you.
Right.
So, yeah, 1, 2 class is definitely going to change it, but that one class is going to put his foot down and say, yeah, this is it. We go from there.
Right. Because last year, the quality in the class was out of this world with the Leonard Taylors, Cam Kitchens, James Williams, Romello Brinson, Herb Rashad is working really hard getting it in. James is being the leader that he is on and off the field, which people thought he was just some 5-star diva. He's a good kid, at heart. He's going to get in the community. He's going to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Who am I missing, dog? The whole class was loaded.
Loaded, man. You got Allen Hayes, the quiet assassin at D-tackle.
Right, Allen Hayes. Right.
We seen the big kid with Jabari Ishmael.
Yeah.
And when I watched him play at Columbus, I was like, man, the kid is skinny. How he gonna get on the field? And we seen him the other, and I was like, God. He looked like he's about 250. So
right.
That class, I think that class right there is gonna be it. Because
Yeah.
the caliber of players you just named, they aren't regular. They just not normal players.
Right.
Them are kids who immediately impacted their teams in high school.
Right.
And they're doing it right now in college. And they just got there, and you see they immediately impacting right now.
Right. And that's something else we got into, man. We got into the other day was quick story. My first kid's mother, her brother, big Florida State fan. Her sister dated Buster Davis. Buster Davis, linebacker, Florida State. And the Sean Taylor game, I drove from North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, all the way to Tallahassee to watch the Sean Taylor game. That year, they played Florida State 3 times, right? That was the same year they played Florida State 3 times. When they came here that last time, Buster Davis took Greg Jones to her brother's house to eat. And the brother, big Florida State fan, asked Greg Jones to do one thing, run Sean Taylor over. And that night, Greg Jones ran Sean Taylor over.
He almost ran for about 1,000 yards that day.
Listen, so we got into a debate. We went to go find Sean Taylor hit. So we found a hit in the rain. It was like, nah, Greg 3. That was Greg 3 hit. But that wasn't the hit when Sean Taylor hit Greg Jones. Because you know Sean Taylor hit Greg Jones too.
Yeah. He knocked him out of bounds. Yeah.
Earlier that year, Sean Taylor hit Greg Jones on the sideline.
Yeah, when he hit him out of bounds.
And he knocked him out of bounds. And we was trying to debate which one was worse. You know what I'm saying? Which one was worse? And after we found the actual hit was Sean Taylor knocked him out of bounds. I think we came to the conclusion that Sean Taylor's own was worth Greg Jones. Because Sean Taylor just sat in the middle of the field. For some reason, feet was in the mud. I think he was thinking about the NFL. Do I really want to do this right now in my last game? Oh my God. Do I really want to do this? You know what I'm saying? And deal with this, and you think in football, and it's too late. Because that was the first time we ever seen Sean Taylor not move and just sit there. He sat there, Greg Jones ran him over, and they showed it like 80 times. You know what I'm saying? But Sean Taylor hit on Greg Jones was the worst. Which one you thought was worse, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the one when he going out of bounds. I mean, Greg Jones was huge. You know what I'm saying? So it's rare you're gonna get even Sean Taylor to hit a guy that like that and tackle him
right
1-on-1 in the open field. So,
right.
But obviously I'm going with the Sean Taylor hit, man. You know, but that's like, the sideline hit. That's a hit that every player dreams of making, especially playing safety. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna catch him on
Greg
the
Jones
sideline.
Greg Jones jumped up real fast.
Yeah.
That's why you knew he was hit. He jumped up real fast, started talking trash. Man, I was in Beaufort, South Carolina when I was a Marine, and it was 2 high schools there, man. Battery Creek and Beaufort, South Carolina. And they kept trying to get me to come out, man. Battery Creek got a kid, man. He big, man. He play running back, man. You should come see him play. So I went to go see him play one night. Got there late, and he was big, really muscle kid. They was like, man, Florida State want him. I was like, man, when did Florida State come to Beaufort? They were like, nah, we took him to camp. It's like, man, Florida State ain't recruiting nobody from your Beaufort, South Carolina. It was Greg Jones. Greg Jones, I don't know if he grew up in Beaufort, South Carolina, but he was in Beaufort, South Carolina, a town about the size of Miami Gardens, though, with 2 high schools there. And I doubted that Florida State was getting a kid from, but when he went there to camp, he impressed his strength. With his strength, he impressed them that much. They recruited him, and the legend of Greg Jones came right out of Beaufort, South Carolina. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, comment, and members, man, hit that community section. That's X, I'm D, we out.
Big time player.